Hello, and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7 part number 41. Last video from part 40 to take on in the fourth driving mission in Moby Dick. It takes over an hour to take on 8 challenges, including a 30 lap endurance at Tsukuba circuit by choosing 2 types of the road car or racing car category by doing a performance point race. But it takes matters of strategy and few attempts because I'm just gonna have to ask you something very much important. It's not my fault because I've been working on like this forever because it's gonna have to take much fine developing hours to do some progress by video editing. So let me do the work and just gonna have to go and continue on to be in the next part of the video in number 41. Now, by having 2 events to be entered to be on 2 locations, it's going to be at Europe and Asia Oceania. So first up, we're about to go down to be at Brands Hatch Circuit for only 1 event to be in a 2 Chili Pepper to be entered in the GT Cup Gr.4 by 81,000 credits to be at the maximum reward. Looks so very good and very much fine earning that does not affect to be doing a main storyline in the GT Cup A. So I have to save it for event number 2 to be labeled to be checked. Now let's go and head out to be at high speed ring for race number 1 in the GT Cup Gr.4 to have 1 Chili Pepper to be on the easy difficulty. 42,000 credits, and this makes much fine opportunity. We'll have to take the first event for only 5 laps for only 2 racetrack. It's going to be doing some different prize earnings. For right now, I have 2 Gr.4 race cars to have to be titled to be put up with a UDRS in Sportec livery to be labeled as racing subordinates. It's going to get much intense race for real professional. This super tense and competitive encounter will go on to have 5 laps. We'll be using 3 kinds of tire compound with a hard, medium, and soft, especially with an intermediate and heavy wet tire in case of the weather condition will be changed up to be on bright and sunny day or rain whenever it depends on. But there is also to have a performance point to be at 630 or less, so better make sure to have different choices. It's going to be packed up to be using with these different kinds of tire compound whenever we have to use. Go for the racing stop and get everything to be calculated to be tuned up. Decrease on the output adjustment. Calculate here. Gonna have to check again. And there you go. Looks like it updated onto 627 pp to be exact by a decimal of 63. But just gonna have to do the math, you guys. It will have to do perfectly before you can enter to participate. Just like the Clubman Cup Plus edition, but different because this one is going to be a most intense race for professionals. Now I'm going to have to do the same thing on the Toyota 86 Gr.4 with the same livery. Tune it down, calculate, double check, and go exactly by exact under in 630 pp. Let's reduce it in and almost be exactly by the difference. So yeah, you guys, make sure purchase on the power restrictor and ballast for the Gr.4 category is very much important before you can enter to participate. Now, my 2 Toyota Gr.4 car subordinates will have to get ready to go at the ready. So let's start out and use the Toyota 86 Gr.4 with a UDRS in Sportec livery to be at high speed ring. But I'll have to get ready because this might have 2 racetrack for only 1 event. We'll have to go action because the duration will have to go exactly by under an hour. But if anything happens, so you should probably have to take a break on one of my content videos to my YouTube channel because it takes plenty of more content videos by over an hour, but exactly to have one further thing to be well trimmed down. But I have to leave it at is because, like it or not, the choice will be well determined to every audience around the world. Now, let's get ready to go because rolling start for only 5 laps is going to be a very good 8th position to be at the grid. I've been waiting for this all time, you guys. I'm just gonna have to do this earlier at the start. So let's go and take on for having a nice proper pro racing competition, just like the GT World Cup back from Gran Turismo 1. Fuel map is set to be active and going in, you guys. I'm really got this in the bag. So let's get in there and have that jet to be soaring around, to be flying in. Stay on track and coming in. Turn 1 clear. Now gonna have to take turn 2, but here it goes. Alright, looks like exact calculation to be on the gap. 2.2 seconds to go by enter sector 2. Now it's going to get much basic work to be doing a most flying competition practice to be start out to be in the cup. There's the Corvette C7 Gr.4 slows down. Gonna have to make my chance and enter to be at the tunnel after taking the S. So any Gr.4 race car will be entered to participate, but make sure have some tuning work to go up to be on the performance point range to be exactly in about 630. So moving on in 6th place, gonna have to kick it up onto the high gear and build up the slipstream. Lap number 2, let's proceed and go acceleration. Okay, looks like someone just barely pushed me off. That might have a penalty to be yet result, because someone just barely took me down by having a call out to be in the instant replay. Sorry about that, viewers. I know this is going to be having a hard time for myself because having some absurd talk want me to do some management about my content videos to be trimmed down. But exactly whenever happens by making a mistake, I should probably have to start over and make a fresh one. But I mean, pushing me off the track by having a spin out is not okay to see it. But I have to go exercise caution to use the radar. Now let's try this again. How embarrassing that just being pushed off by having a spin out by the opponent. But I know this race is going to be super intense for professionals. For professionals is also to be fully competitive by doing the early step before entered in the World Touring Car Championship 700. So gonna have to keep trying and go for the offense to stay on track to be back to square one. But I mean, the first attempt was a warm-up, but attempt number 2 on this clip is gonna have to do the real challenge. There we go. Looks like gonna have to do some attempt overtake by doing the inside of the apexes before going in to take the tunnel. Headlights to be turned on and move on forward to be at sector 3. So let's catch up to the BMW M4 Gr.4 car. Lap number 1 clear and press on to be at lap number 2. Oh, and by the way, I should probably might have to do this first part earlier because of my practice, but I just spent exactly a few hours to do some progress to be on exporting to be on my computer. But it will have to make sure to have a double feature plan to be later on until part 40 and part 41 on this video will be set to be uploaded until now. There we go. Looks like gonna have to take position number 3 and go closer to catch up to the Mazda Atenza Gr.4 and GT by Citroen Gr.4 to be on the S's to be entered on turn number 4. Alright, looks like gonna have to keep it up. Building up the slipstream is all about doing the high-speed work. Having a 5-lap race at high-speed ring feels like doing a 3-lap challenge back in Gran Turismo 1 to be entered to be at the GT World Cup. Well, of course it is, because every 3 laps for only race car will have to do the real competition. But hold on, looks like incoming cars approaching in. Gonna have to take caution and go catch up and reached up to be in position number 1. Hit the brakes, coming in onto turn 2, almost, and barely made that good clear pass. Side by side on the way, looks like Mazda and Toyota battle out. Ooh, talk about having a save by the bell. I almost barely took an amount of damage. Come on, let's keep going. The GT by Citroën Gr.4 is going back in the lead. It'll have to take one push. We'll do the exact method because I'm currently to be using for the Toyota 86 Gr.4 UTRS Infotech. We'll have to do the main focus to go for the lead. But here it comes. Looks like it's going to get much push up to be on the aggressive. BMW, Citroën, and Mazda are about to gun right in. Gonna have to stay on track. Watch out for the incoming opponents to be doing an accidental mistake. Okay, there's turn 2. Going right at it. And stay on track. Lap number 4 is gonna get nearly there. Okay, very good. Looks like gonna have to take that one amount single contact and do turn number 4. Alright, looks like if anyone wants to have a piece, I'm coming in to take the lead. Now for turn number 6, gonna have to do a full acceleration without braking. They might have to do 0.3 seconds behind until it'll have to come right back in to be on the push. Just like the characteristic method in Clubman Cup Plus Edition. But also to be having some 3 laps for only road car, now it's 5 lap for race car to be labeled to be on the Group 4 category. But here comes the final lap. Gonna have to stay well defended if I could only have to take the podium to go for first place. Come on, let's keep going and take the break on turn 2. Very good. Looks like 0.7 seconds. That should do it much perfectly to buy some time. Now let's get back onto the interior to have that rear mirror view to be checked. The Salt Racing compound tires is doing great because on the right is going to be doing some low amount of duration of the tire wear. Gonna have to keep it up and go for the final stretch. Okay, looks like BMW M4 is about to go right in. State defense and first place by doing a good ongoing grueling struggle. Amazing. Very amazing, and keep it up to stay in the finish line without getting off the track by having a contact. But clearly this was my very first win to be in the first round in the GT Cup Gr.4 edition. But looks like Jay Kopeltnen took the fastest lap in 1 minute 17.490 seconds in lap number 3. Almost close enough to have this best lap time that I just barely will achieve, but it was alright. 6 minutes 39.839 seconds is going to be marked on to have the total lap time is going to be doing perfectly for every 5 laps. So let's go and get some earnings, and there you go. Looks like standard to be as always. But I know this race is going to be very much difficult to go pro at it. So 42,000 credits. Let's add this up and going currently to get back onto 10 million. Oh, and by the way, because I also to be purchased to have a same Nissan Skyline Gr.4 1980s is going to be putting up to have a blue variation to be as an alternation. Just like the blue color back from Gran Turismo 2. Now, just going to have to do a short free time to be in the thumbnail check. So wait for it. Okay, almost a little bit blurry. Now, just going to have to give me a second. Alright, looks like that should be doing a perfect thumbnail replay image. Let's exit out and save as well. Very fantastic. Not so bad after all, after doing some few attempts after the race ends in the first round. But clearly, according to the GT Wiki of Fandom, it also takes 2 rounds when participate in the GT Cup Gr.4 edition. It's going to have to be well depends on type of chili peppers. We'll have to go with easy towards the high difficulty to go extreme. So high speed ring is check. Now let's go to Brands Hatch to be in the Grand Prix circuit layout for race number 2. Toyota 86 Gr.4 is finished. Now for having a second Toyota Gr.4 subordinate, GR Supra Race Car 2019 GT4 class. Same UDRS in Sportec livery, and also to be as a mixed variation based from the original. Now it also has few corner layouts. Is going to be step up and go for the main pace, but it might be quite possible to have some tire changes by the choice. So I bet I could probably have to stay with the racing soft tires. We'll have to go for the main push. Alright, looks like 5 laps around in the Grand Prix circuit in Brands Hatch to get 81,000 credits to be in the goal. So let's get it on and get prepared, because doing some practice and fully well intense competition before doing the next menu book, we'll have to step up and go for the main achievement. We'll have to stay on track until the GT Cup Group 3 Cup will have to be currently to stay on over for only 5 rounds. Depends on type of chili peppers to be going real intense and difficulty. So let's move on and get myself prepared to start out in 8th place as always. But in the matter of fact, because alternate video will be doing optionally will be available at this time, so I might have to keep this up and go better to be in position number 1 to stay on top of it. So I guess gonna have to get back onto the interior view. Looks so very good and much updated to be as a real car version of the Toyota GR Supra. Gonna have to drive gentle and will concentrate. Alright, gonna have to stay focused on my main opponent, the Corvette C7 Gr.4 in position number 2. E. Ferguson is now entered to be in the silver spot. So let's make sure and stay build up the slipstream to go on the offense. There we go. Looks like gonna have to do this by the next sector after doing the full straightaway. So you see, that's how doing some tuning work by using the limitation by the restriction on the performance point base is all about. Try to keep up and do your best while you can, but it will have to do much fine brilliant work to go focus to be in the first position. But there we go, looks like gonna have to go well improved and faster to catch up to the Audi GT Cup 2016. Lap number 2, let's proceed. That's the ticket. Now go for doing turn number 2 at the hairpin. That's how having 2 events in the GT Cup Gr.4 edition is all about doing the first step to become as a professional Gran Turismo racer, to master the corners and learn the opponents by every strategy. So in the meantime, there will be some faster lap times made by other racers who will have to keep going and beat their main lap time by the update. But there goes 1 minute and 38.325 seconds made by the German GT racer is now currently to be at position number 2 from behind. Gonna have to catch up and go build for the defense. Always going clean racing. Come on, let's go, and at my second Toyota subordinate, we'll have to go perfectly by doing a real challenge. But in the meantime, this GT4 Toyota GR Supra will be quite very useful to be part as a custom race event to be used as an ordinary Group 4 Cup or a multi-class to race for the Group 3. That's how the setting is going to be quite very much important to be well built and organized for having a championship event to be on the latest update. That's how July 2022 update is going to be much perfectly for all of us when entered to be in the custom race. So you see how difficult it is for every of my content video update is going to be well put up and going longer it takes, but I might be calling myself the YouTuber Farmer. Well, of course, that should be my kind of a nickname for my YouTube channel. That's right, Hyperion-Blue-GT, the YouTuber Farmer, is all about putting up with some massive content videos when some more viewers will be need to get up to be increased from lower to over 1,000 viewers. But talk about there might be some more people who have their own YouTube account to subscribe to their favorite popular YouTubers. But I might have to go and take a good look after the race is over at the end of the video. But they really might have some very high interest about having some popular YouTubers to go exactly over 1 million subscribers. But I mean, it's massive. But only for me, it takes slower time to get some new subscribers to be up to 1,000. That's how my milestone is all about. Try to be patient without any respect and responsibility to my channel. Life will be a mistake. But yes, I also actually might have to come up with a different tagline because life will be a mistake. I really enjoy watching Here Comes the Boom because it's actually to be on Netflix, but I mean, it's a funny movie because it's going to be so enjoyed to have all kinds of comedy movies to have all kinds of different moments and mostly to have the best favorite part for every fans. Now, currently to be moved on in lap number 4. Here's my fastest lap time, folks. 1 minute 34.374 seconds. Gonna have to catch up and go clean racing when taking first place in the lead. Come on, let's keep going. Looks like E. Ferguson in the Chevy Corvette C7 Gr.4 is now moving on in second place. Time to go defense in about 2 seconds to break through. Almost there. One more lap to go. Gonna have to stay well defend. And there goes the Renault Sport Macon Trophy 2011 as well. Moving on in third place. Race to achieve and race to accomplish. Okay, looks like a Hungarian Gran Turismo player just beat my lap time. Talk about doing some real challenge. We'll be doing a time trial. We'll go for the rush. Slow down and gonna have to stay on top. Stay well maintained in about 1.5 seconds remaining. Okay, looks like the Corvette is coming in towards me on to the right. I'm just checking the rear mirror. There they are right now. Looks like they just really want to come at me and go for the overtake. Just keep trying and go harder as a take. Here it comes. Looks like it's about to break through and getting close in. Come on, let's take that final stretch and go for the finish line. Come on, gonna have to keep going. Looks like a lot of good fans are cheering for me. And there you go. Haha, yes. First place for Team UDRS in Sportec in race number 2 of GT Cup Gr.4 edition. Now that's a competition, you guys. Now that's a Gr.4 competition. Awesome work and better going risk to take for only 8 minutes to have 1.28 seconds by the decimal. Wow, looks like it's gonna be super tense for this most competitive encounter yet, you guys. Very much fine job. But I mean, I almost lost my concentration because giving 50% chance of having a clean race is all about do whatever it takes to go competitive is going to have to do some main ongoing achievements. Just like the Nations Cup and Manufacturers Cup, ever since we have participated in test seasons and the first season as the official tournament. But now, 121,500 credits is going to be perfectly and well done to be accomplished, to be maxed out, to be in the driving marathon. But it was a lot of fun, you guys. It was a lot of fun to have this first tryout in this Toyota GR Supra GT4 race car. Now for the replay, and that will have to give a good exact thumbnail image to be in the front. Just wait for the capture image. So let's see how the instant replay to be on the footage. There you go. Looks like thumbnail has been picture perfect. Let's exit and save the second one. Perfect. Very perfect and much more good to be indeed as well. So I guess part 41 is going to get closer near at the end of the video, you guys. But good thing, 5 events at Brands Hatch on the Indy circuit and Grand Prix to be checked and labeled for first. Talk about doing some fine racing exercise for doing a practice by entered in the World Touring Car Championship 700. But only one more thing to go because the next part of the full walkthrough in part 42 will be taking on in the Super license. Well, of course it is, you guys. It's going to get much challenging and go higher to take the stakes, and mostly to have over an hour. We'll have to do some attempts. We'll have to get step up and practice well to be well achieved if you want to get a super license to be added up onto your profile. Now for a 3-star roulette ticket, and here I go. Reward challenge, let's begin. Alright, talk about having 1 of 3 chances to get 1 car available. Less more Gran Turismo credits to be added with 10,000. Add this up onto the current balance and go for a 4-star roulette ticket from last time. Now, here we go. Come on, let's see which prize should I get. Double the amount of Gran Turismo credits, but well, exactly to be on the difference to be in the bronze and silver rarity by the chance. So I have to save for only 2 more before adding up with more. We'll have to get everything set up by tomorrow for only every day. But exactly indeed for doing this part of the video segment, you guys, because I know the drill, because gonna have to wrap this up before at the end, before moving on in part 42 in the next walkthrough. We'll have to get challenging up and take on in the Super license. So I have to get myself prepared, and this time, tomorrow, is round 3 of the Porsche Esports Challenge USA. We'll have to go for having an electrifying vehicle by using the Taycan Turbo S 2019. Time for me to go to work, and I have a job to do to be as a YouTuber farmer. We'll have to get some more viewers to watch all of my content videos to be welcome at any time. Thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. I'll be see you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.